Welcome to the warehouse, Jersey City, New Jersey. Another epic battle in a do-or-die game as the two-time defending champion Forgotten Rotten takes care of Pinstripe Strong 5-3 your final. We welcome you to the Shady Rays post-game show here for Blitzball Battle 3. Quick reminder, head on over to shadyrays.com, use the code word warehouse, get 40% off your next pair of shades.
Yep.
This is Peter Moylan. I am Chris Rose. Paxton, Elrod standing by with the winners. We will hear from them momentarily. Lot going on here.
Man, what a moment we just saw from Trevor Plouffe, Dan Rourke, Forgotten Rotten, the new combination. First time we really see Dan Rourke step up and lead this team. Got the last 3 outs. There was a chance to bring Trevor in to get that last out of the game. He said, no. Pass it over to my hombre over here, Dan Rourke. I'll let him get the last out. Confidence boost through the roof.
Dare we say that Dan Rourke is our Shady Rays player of the game?
I think we have to.
Dare we say he gets the full 100 of the booth money that game?
Give it to him.
Dan Rourke is going to be such a lucky SOB.
What's he going to order tonight when he gets home?
Oh, my God. The other day, what did he have? 2 Whoppers,
half an apple pie, some sundae, a McFlurry, and a couple of French fries.
Well, God, you know how far $100 can get you in the fast food world?
We'll see.
So it is time right now to hear from our Shady Rays player of the game. So congratulations to Dan Rourke. Quick reminder, use the code word warehouse, get 40% off your next pair of shades, and you'll also get early access to John Boy Media and Shady Rays collab pair that's coming out later this summer. There's a Jimmy pair, there's a Jake pair.
And there's going to be an us pair one day.
Probably not.
Probably not.
Paxton.
You guys just missed a really important moment. Dan Rourke actually just signed a fan's arm because he is the player of this game. Dan, excellent performance by you. Your teammate had faith in you to get that last out. You pulled through. Y'all pulled out a victory, and you're on to the next game. How are you feeling?
Feeling good. I needed that after what happened against Como. And, couldn't have done it. My boy Plouffe let me stay in there and felt good.
Do you think your customized bat helped you in any way, shape, or form?
1,000%. The Rourke 5000 was there for me, just as Plouffe has been this entire time. And like I said about him, and I'll say the same about the Rourke 5000. Couldn't have done it without him.
Trev, your teammate stepped up. You had faith in him. And it was a teaching moment. It was a bonding moment. The chemistry is definitely there between you two. How are you feeling after that win?
I don't need to teach this guy anything. He has all you need to be an excellent blitzball player. But today was like a rite of passage, if you will. Finish the game. I'm not going to be the guy that's going to come in and bail anybody out. This tournament, I haven't pitched that well. So Dan's got to step it up. I knew leaving him in there would be a boost of confidence. So that's what we did. He took care of business. 3 up, 3 down. That's it.
Also, Dan, Rose is giving you the entire $100 from the booth. How do you feel about that?
$100?
Yep.
For word, I feel freaking great. Thanks, Rose. Honestly, he kind of owed me because he was only giving me $2 while giving everybody else like 5 or 10. So I'll take it.
Well, there you go. Back to you guys in the booth.
Hey, Dan, sorry about it. I already gave $20 to another Dan, Canobio, for those great catches in the stands. But still, as you take a look at the Shady Rays postseason bracket, you're very happy because you get to face off against Canobio and take something bigger than $20 from him. You get to take their pride. You'll face the hook, line, sinkers in the next round in a do-or-die game. Time right now to listen to the winners and the losers in the media room.
Let's talk a bit about that game. It's a tough loss, but where's your mental state at after a loss like that?
I'm ready to just go to the hotel, put my head underneath the pillow, and just sleep all day. Tough loss.
I hate losing. I really do hate losing. This shit sucks. I wish I was able to help out Lou today. I had nothing, bro. I don't know if it was whatever. I had nothing. Like I couldn't even throw a BP fastball if I wanted to. Like it was just. I woke up this morning and I text Lou, and I said, I can't lift up my arm, and it was pretty bad. All in all, maybe later on, after I wind down, we'll think about how we should be proud of ourselves, how we performed this tournament compared to last one, and just the strides we did to progress. Pitching-wise, we got to figure it out even more. Mm-hmm. My mental state is like, I'm just, right now I'm in the moment, so I'm thinking about this game that just passed. And We should have plated more runs. Lou showed up to hit, man. I couldn't even swing the bat. She was crazy. I slept wrong. I slept on my arm that I throw with, and it was hurting yesterday. I just didn't know what I had and I got on that mound. I'm like, whoa. I threw one like 30-something. Lou said, timeout. What is that? I was like, I'm just trying right now, trying to figure it out. And I think there was one where I just, and I just said, I can't do it. So I started spinning curve. See, Dan's geared up for the fastball because that's all he practices against. I should have probably caught onto that a lot earlier and maybe started spinning that curveball to see if he gets to roll. He actually did roll over one, but he pulled it right into the corner. You couldn't get to it, so it's whatever.
Joes, you mentioned earlier that Lou's hitting was there today, and it's been there all tournament.
Oh, yes.
Lou, did you know that you were leading the league?
He should be getting an MVP award, in my opinion.
Did you know you were leading the league in hitting with about a 700 batting average?
I mean, I didn't know statistically, but I knew, I just locked in, and I knew I had a lot of hits. And
I don't even think you made that many outs.
Yeah. I mean, the outs I did were, strikeouts and maybe, 2 balls in play. But, no, I didn't know. I don't really, with the stats, I'm not on it. But thank you for telling me because that's a big deal. And, and I'm happy about the performance. But when you lose, it means nothing. Hits or not, that doesn't mean I wanted to win. Would have made it a lot better.
All right, last question real quick. What's the future look like for Pinstripe Strong?
Well, we got to get in the lab. I told I'm going to tell Joe's, we got to make it our mission to at least try to get down here in the off season once a week.
Ball and play league is going to be important.
Yes. And, just keep getting reps because this is my second Blitzball tournament, and I feel a lot more confident pitching-wise, hitting-wise. I'm seeing it a lot more. I'm sure if Joe's can get more work at in Blitzball as well, he'll be better at pitching too as well. So
you got to build up that endurance, that arm endurance, to be able to keep it going. So maybe we should practice on trying to getting the arm used to being used that much. Because this is tough, to be honest. And a lot of people don't know, but you're kind of throwing every day.
I don't think
many times.
I don't think you can prepare yourself for that, though. I think you might just need a bionic arm because at this point you can't prepare. Your arm's gonna hurt regardless.
Yeah, it is. Yeah. Hopefully we go to 3v3. That'd be cool.
So let's talk about the big story of this game is Dan finishing this game. How's that feel for your confidence when Trev tells you you're not only getting 2 outs, but you're getting the 3rd out and you're going to finish this game?
It felt good. I mean, I know whether he actually means it or not, Plu was going to have confidence in me. So I had a feeling that would come out. So, but doing it felt good, man, or else I wouldn't have been able to sleep tonight. So appreciate it from Ploof. He's the man.
Ploof, Trev, how you feeling about having Dan really kind of unlock himself throughout this tournament, finding his pitches, finding his hitting? He had both today.
The thing about this tourney is it's kind of set up where you have, your main pitcher and that guy gets 4 outs and the other guy gets 2 outs. But I think that creates a little bit of doubt in the guy that's throwing the 2 outs head. And I kind of saw that yesterday a little bit. Dan was just trying to get through his thing instead of finishing, right? You need that conviction.
Yeah.
So you had the conviction that I saw that. I said, let's run this dude out there. Okay? Look, I'm not the superstar pitcher that I was in Blitzball 1, Blitzball 2, or at least so far I haven't been that way. So I need a guy, and Dan's a guy.
I think you are that pitcher. But no, yeah, it felt also there was some pressure coming into this. I had to somewhat live up to Vinny as Plouf's teammate. And I wanted to have some sort of I won't call that a moment because in the end it's game 1. But finishing that game, I can kind of take with me and be word, that was cool. So it feels really good. It does.
Is it safe to say that the confidence in Dan was there early because you had him lead off this game?
No. Oh, and from his perspective, maybe, but
yeah. I mean, look, we have a long road back to the finals. So to get there, I got to have the best version of me. I got to have the best version of Dan. And look, you got to play this game with confidence. So I wanted today to be about Dan, and I don't know if you knew that. I didn't tell him anything like that, but all I did was present an opportunity, and he did the rest.
Appreciate that. Yeah, and also, speaking of confidence, the first inning, I was like tweaking. I'm like, my hand was so slippery and it was annoying because that never happened before.
Yeah, shut up,
And
Chris. Shut
I was
up,
going to
Chris
ask
Rose.
about that. What was said there when Dan took his towel out?
He's a known sweater, and like this dude's coming at Dan for sweating during an athletic competition, bro. Like, hey, C Rose, relax, bro.
Yeah, and then how Plouffe gave me the towel, which helped out and all that. So I was so, after that top of the first one, I could walk those 2 batters or 3, whatever it was, or walking single. I came out. I was like about to retire from Blitzball after that. I was like, I'm never playing again because I was like so over it. Because the pitching shit, I work on that. Like the hitting, I feel like I kind of maybe gotten lucky facing certain pitchers and whatnot. But pitching, like I consider that almost like a craft of this Blitzball stuff. And I've been working tirelessly at it. And then for just me to go out there, start a game, and I just looked like a complete pathetic loser. I was so pissed. So like that second inning, that was huge for my confidence. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, guys. Looking forward to the next match.
Woo!
Very quickly, Dan Rourke, I wasn't questioning why, he had sweaty hands or whatever. I just wanted to make sure everything was on the up and up.
He just kept wiping so I could understand where there'd be a question mark in that action.
That's all. Nothing personal. In fact, a tip of the cap to the main producer of baseball today. I mean, really, for Plouffe to say, go finish this game, that could go a long way. That could actually be the moment where if they win this thing, you're going to look back and say, that's the reason why.
I definitely think that was the moment because we've seen Dan Rourke struggle so far in this tournament. And I think this game, he felt good. I think he hit early and then he got out there and started getting those outs. And having your teammate that is back-to-back champs back you in that way, that's big. That's big.
And the reigning MVP as well. Let's not forget about that. It
No.
also took a little bit of wear and tear off of Plouffe's arm. The fact that he didn't have to throw a pitch in that second inning, that could help them in their next round against hook, line, sinkers.
Agreed.
In the meantime, we have to bid adieu to Pinstripe Strong, but what a run for them, because let's remember, they had been 0-4 in team blitzball play before this season. They end up getting a win. Joe's gets an out. They had an enormous W by knocking out Team Baggage, not only in the regular season, but in the postseason as well with a walk-off win. Yes, they're disappointed, but they've got to feel like they accomplished something.
It's hard to even call this team the Cinderella team because in preseason standings, they were ranked last.
Yes.
But Lou Dab is the best hitter in the league. So it's really hard to say that they're the Cinderella team, but it did kind of feel like a Cinderella run for them.
Yeah, and it was great. It finishes a few steps shy of hoisting a banner, but still great run for Pinstripe Strong.
Incredible.
We are inching closer to championship time, but oh boy, next time we see you, we're going to have a semifinal game. From the winner's bracket, We Got Ice and undefeated Team Como. Can the kids from the University of Missouri clinch their spot in the championship round? We will find out next time. For Paxton Elrod, for Peter Moylan, for our amazing crew here at John Boy Media,
Whoop, whoop.
I'm Chris Rose. Thanks for tuning in to the Shady Rays postgame show.